All right, what's going on, guys? Trev back again to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing our second review for the second episode of The Walking Dead: The Ones Who Live. This one is called Gone. Awesome, dudes. So we got the second episode now for The Walking Dead: The Ones Who Live. Gone. So the title spells like years gone by instead of, the original series like days gone by. So each episode is like a word, like years is episode 1, episode 2 is gone, and then 3 is by. So this episode we get to see the Michonne perspective, the Michonne side of things with what happened at the end of the premiere episode, the first episode. And basically get to see, how things went for her as she meets up with Rick and eventually finds him. There's some pretty epic scenes in this one. We get to see this giant tsunami of walkers, which is like probably the biggest group of walkers we've ever seen, and some cool explosions to kind of biblically divide the walkers from the walkers so that they can pass. It's pretty cool. There's like a mustard gas. One of the CRM helicopters shoots mustard gas at Michonne and Nat and the others. And it's pretty freaking brutal. It's pretty freaking brutal. A couple of scenes there that you get to see. And spoilers, I guess, but basically everybody that Michonne meets, Nat and the others, who I like, he's dwarf, right? So I like him. The only thing that I found to be a little bit difficult to follow is he talks really fast, and I don't know if they sped up the audio or something, or if it's just because I don't know. It's a little bit strange, but he was a cool character in this one. And pretty quickly, you see him killed off, within the same episode. So the pacing on The Ones Who Live is really something to kind of get used to. I think it's way quicker than what we're used to for the original Walking Dead series, which if you look back to like seasons 4 and some of the episodes of the original Walking Dead series, it really takes its time with the story. It really, takes its time with the characters and everything. But with this series, man, it just goes through people quickly, and it almost feels like they had a lot of things they want to do, and they kind of had to condense them down in to fit the time slots. And that's how it kind of felt at the beginning. There's this zombie that's on fire, which is really sweet. 6 years after the bridge, we get to see the story continue, and then we get to see the continuation of Rick meeting with Michonne finding Rick, and kind of some good love scenes between them. I like the one where they kind of sneak off and kind of get together, and she doesn't tell him yet, I don't think, in this episode about RJ. So you have that, and at some point she will. And then to finish off the episode, we have Jadis kind of return. Is this her first appearance, I guess, in The Ones Who Live, even though she had a heavy role in World Beyond, and we kind of knew she was there already, but this was her premiere scene, I think, for the Ones Who Live, and she comes off right away as like a super villain. Tells Rick, threatens him, kind of, and tells him that if they leave, if they escape, then she's gonna tell. Basically, she's gonna tell where the group was, and kill them all, governor style, kill them all. So it's a great follow-up episode. It's awesome to see Michonne's perspective, leading up to that point. And the CRM is just like so fearsome in The Ones Who Live. Like they were a little bit fearsome when we saw the helicopter and we saw the soldiers in like Fear the Walking Dead or World Beyond a little bit. But we get to see in this one just how fearsome they are and how they compartmentalize everything. They have crews that will go out and just attack people and everything like that. Using what did they say, chlorine gas on them is freaking brutal. Really, really brutal. It's like World War I style. Bridges terminal, you've got like bodies everywhere, and you just get to see some of their handiwork, the CRM. So just a very brutal group, a group that has brutal secrecy with everything they do, keeping everything super secure, and then also at the same time, to people who are not part of the deal or not useful, they basically, it seems like, eliminate them via mustard gas or whatever. So this is another really cool episode of The Ones Who Live. I feel like this season 1, is going to go by really quick, and that's kind of unfortunate because it's so good. But I do have to get used to the pacing a little bit because it's so quick. It's almost like, I have to watch the episodes twice or go over some of the scenes twice, which is, you can do because streaming and everything, so it's good as far as that goes. But it definitely goes through things really quickly. So in terms of score for this episode, I'm going to give it a 9 because I just feel like it's a great continuation from the first one. Getting to see Rick and Michonne back together again is awesome. It's got such a cool vibe for it. It just feels so different from, like, it kind of feels like it's Walking Dead, but at the same time it doesn't too, right? Like, it feels like it's like a movie or something different. There's the violin intro at the beginning, which is really awesome. Almost has a Game of Thrones intro vibe for me. It's just so epic, to see The Ones Who Live. We still haven't gotten a renewal for season 2 yet, so we'll see if they decide to do that or if it's just a one-shot deal, event series. At this pacing, 6 episodes might be enough to really get in everything they wanted to get in, and we'll see if both Michonne and Rick survive out the series, and then also if the CRM is able to find out from Dana and Rick or Jadis too as well, if they can find out about Alexandria. And I'm not sure if at that time they knew about the Commonwealth. Maybe they did Jadis know about the Commonwealth at that point? I guess that was before where the group is at now, unless they've kind of, I guess if they found Alexandria, they probably could find it as well too, because it's kind of been amalgamated around this time frame into the Commonwealth as well, which has a lot of survivors, but 200,000, and just the way that the CRM has everything set up is really just something different. We've never seen anything like this. Even in the comic book series, we've never seen anything to this extent that we're seeing in the Walking Dead TV series right now. So absolutely love the second episode. Love The Walking Dead, The Ones Who Live. The only thing that I feel like is a shame is that it's limited as far as the episodes go. And, you definitely want to see as much of this type of series as I think we can. But at this pacing, it's maybe it won't get a second season. Maybe it won't last forever. Leave your comments below, guys, how you feel about the Ones Who Live from Michonne's side of things. I thought it was really great. Thought the survivors she ran into were cool, and some brutal scenes there. And then so happy to see her reunited with Rick later on, with a bit of a twist there at the end with Jadis taking such a stance. With Michonne arriving. So before we leave, please thumb the video up below, share, favorite, and subscribe at the bottom if you're new. Let me know what you thought about the second episode, and I'll see you guys again soon for another video. As always, it's Trev, saying peace. Later, guys. See you soon.